All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Tigers and the Austin Desperados. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On first down, Hooks. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 50 yards on the ground.
50 yards. First down, Tigers.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So first and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, it's Love. And he will find his man on the outside.
At the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Love. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Mike 51. Set the turf defense.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On second and 7, Luck. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Switch. Check out. Kill.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. They bring their punter out there now. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Off of play action. Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Luck. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Luck. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Luck. He finds Taylor, complete. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Luck. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check it. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
He's going to go for a big play. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards.
First down, Tigers.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, Hooks, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check 24. 11 feet.
Here's Breida, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy, alert. I'm the team. Topper. Mike 5'9".
On second down, a run with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. They're running on me.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now this time, Murray to throw it. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
On the ready. Go 58's the mic. You must be true.
On second down, here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Hooks. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On second down now. Hooks. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Luck. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Luck now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Luck. Got a man. It's Brown. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 22-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taking it about the 16. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Luck now to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Breida. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Breida, and an alley to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Luck over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
You got him.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 12, Luck, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready up. Go 58 to the mic. Ready? Shift. Jumping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Badgley's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run with Foreman and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Line 40!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Right.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Come on, fellas.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Monday. He's crossing. He's checking. Carter, 64, weak.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Foreman. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
58, right over there, right over there.
On first down, Hooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its 2nd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. You got time. You got time.
Now a give right side. Hooks. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Luck. Man open left side is Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Check it back, check it back.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A carry for Foreman. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 46. A big pickup of 38.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On second down now, Foreman. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Hooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. In your face.
Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this